I'm Azita Arvani. I run a strategy consulting company in mobile and wireless, and we help companies with developing their strategies, articulating their value proposition, and establishing partnerships.
Scott?
Yeah, and I'm Scott Boehmer. I'm the VP of Sales for 7. I manage the Americas territory.
With devices, there's obviously a lot of tablets that are happening, and dual core processors in tablets, 3D coming to smartphones, and then with networks, there's a lot of flexible architecture that's happening, and content is like apps galore. And the panel I was running yesterday was about internet browsing and how browsing is being replaced by app downloads and the popularity of apps, and the whole area about how content providers and developers have to, they're torn between web's universality and apps' popularity.
Scott, what do you think about that?
So I agree. I think that the tablets and the phones, this is becoming a show where the hardware really matters again, right? And the OEMs are putting their position forward of differentiation, and here's how our products establish themselves under a brand name. And I think that's a telltale sign of the data tsunami that's coming, right, as more people carry connected devices and try to manage their internet lives across these multiple facets of entrance now. And I think that's the trend we're seeing, and the carriers are doing things they can to keep up with those technologies and manage that connectivity, and everyone's searching out what are those next technologies that help manage that tsunami.
Right.
But is it really a problem? People call it tsunami all the time. Tsunami is obviously a very drastic word.
Yes.
I mean, are we about to drown? I mean, are the networks about to crash? Are they not able to handle this?
So I think that it's a scenario where there's been some build out, right? So I think there's been some foreshadowing, and people have understood that there was going to be more usage on these connected devices. I think it's a little bit more shocking than people realized, right? I mean, I don't think anyone could have seen the wave of applications that were coming from individual developers at the time. And the challenge is those developers come from a desktop world. They're not necessarily internet app developers, and so they don't understand some of the intricacies involved with developing for mobile applications. So I think that's one challenge there. I think one piece that gets lost too is it's one thing to talk about data tonnage, so how much throughput is happening from these apps. Another is the other pieces of the network like signaling and things, and I think there is a bit of a challenge faced to carriers immediately in that space, where suddenly we have at CTIA in Orlando, we have hundreds of thousands of phones and connected devices all accessing the same resources, and maybe it can handle the data throughput, but how many phones are being ignored for signaling issues where now I can't connect a call because you have 2 tablets and 1 phone all trying to connect from other sources, right?